Well, it's been a while. Welcome back inside the Scotiabank Saddledome. I'm Brendan Parker with your Flames TV Live pregame show brought to you by Budweiser. Today, it is the Calgary Flames playing host to the Toronto Maple Leafs for the first of back-to-back meetings at a little matinee edition here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Before we get you set for the game this afternoon, let's first remind you about the Saddledome Live app and all of the features you can come to expect there ahead of this game here this afternoon. During all Calgary Flames home games, you have a chance to participate in interactive games right from the comfort of your own home on the Saddledome Live app. Make sure you open up the app, check in on the fan games section, play along tonight and all season long for your chance to win great prizes by Skip the Dishes simply by checking in with us. And right up until puck drop, you can play along with the Calgary Flames Score 4 predictive game. Correctly predict 4 game scenarios for a chance to win a Calgary Flames jersey. Once again, the game is live now, but only up until puck drop in just over 10 minutes time. Check out the Saddledome Live fan games section for your chance to win. Well, because it has been 6 days since the last time the Calgary Flames played a game, we want to remind you of what it looked like that last time they were out. Here's the look back against the Canucks.
Are down a forward. We believe Dylan Dubé went to the room a couple of shifts ago, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here's Gaudreau with a shot. Scores! Johnny Gaudreau tucks it in. Ties this game at 1. Backlund feeds it in for Lucic. Levo, stick tied up by Gaudette. Got a shot away finally. Demko makes the save. Rebound. They score! Backlund makes it 2-1 Calgary. Johnny Gaudreau with the puck to the circle. Plays it back to Anderson with a shot, and he was to the wide. Rebound batted out of the air by Edler. Throw back in front. They score! Leno on the one-timer with 2/10 of a second left. Backlund in, plays it deep. Lucic bumping Edler. Puck comes back to Giordano with a shot. Scores! Yeah. Line 2. They knock off the Vancouver Canucks. Markstrom beats his old team for a second straight game.
All right, so there is a look back at that last victory for the Calgary Flames, their second straight on home ice. As for today, it is the Flames and the Leafs. So we talk about a 5-day break for the Calgary Flames before this one. Well, they've played their 4th game here this afternoon. By comparison, the Toronto Maple Leafs are already on their 7th game this afternoon with a record of 4-2 on the season. It's the first of 9 meetings between these two teams this season. And the Calgary Flames, as for the break, well, they took full advantage of those 5 days, 3 practice days to work on some details, a couple of off days, and a good thing because the schedule goes back into hyper mode here over the next 35 days where they'll play 19 games. But the team felt they took advantage of the early break.
Watching teams rack up points around you isn't always the funnest thing to do. So I want to get into that rhythm where you're playing basically every other night this year. But you know what? We used these 5 days well. We had some rest in there. We had some good practices. We went over special teams, so we covered everything. And now we're ready to go. Now it's going to be right to the finish. There's going to be games basically every other night. And if you ask any player, we love that sort of thing. We love getting into that rhythm.
You know, there's going to be an awful lot of games coming for us. So I think whatever we lose, I think we'll be able to play enough that we'll be able to get right back on the wagon again and get going. So we needed this time. It was something coming out of training camp that we talked about with all the new people we're trying to put in our lineup. So I think it was timely for us, but we'll wait and see. I mean, until that first game happens, you don't know whether you're going to come out good or whether you're going to come out a little flat. So time will tell, but we feel like it was a good week for us.
Obviously now we had time to work on small details and hopefully that can help our game. But I think I'd rather have 6 days off of a game later than 3 games in. But it is what it is now, and we're rested now, so hopefully we can show up and have a pretty good game.
Well, for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I should say, it's their first trip out west, which is notable for one player in particular on their back end, which brings us to our Who to Watch here tonight, and that will feature 2 former defense partners. TJ Brodie, of course, makes his return to Calgary after signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the offseason, his hometown as well. Spent the first 10 seasons, though, of his NHL career right here with the Calgary Flames after being drafted back in 2008. And tonight he'll go up against a number of his former teammates and, of course, good friends, but one in particular. And as mentioned, it is a guy he spent a lot of time with on the blue line, sharing reps over the course of his Flames tenure. Mark Giordano happened to score his first goal of this season against the Vancouver Canucks on Monday night as well. But it'll be a little strange this afternoon seeing Brody on the other side.
We were great friends, still are. But yeah, one of those things where it's going to be really weird to see him on the other side for basically the first time in our careers we'll be playing against each other. And, but I'm sure once, the game gets going, it'll just, being defensemen, we won't run into each other too often, but it'll just be normal after we get a few shifts going here.
He was a great teammate and he was a great player, and I had a lot of fun with him. I guess, 4 years here? Yeah. And he was here a while before me, playing with a bunch of these guys. I don't even know how many years he would have played with Gio or Monty or those guys, but I'm sure if you ask him, it's probably going to be a little weird tomorrow. It's kind of weird regardless, no matter where you play, no matter what team you're on right now, but that added element of being back in Calgary, staying in the hotel, not at your house, and all this stuff.
This afternoon for both teams. If we take a look at the Calgary Flames, we know Dylan Dubé has been listed as day-to-day with a lower body injury. Didn't take the warm-up, so it looks like it'll be Andrew Mangiapane in his place. As for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, who missed last game for the Leafs on Friday night against the Edmonton Oilers, he did take warm-up, so it looks like he'll be a go for the Leafs. But let's focus on maybe Andrew Mangiapane getting some reps with Elias Lindholm and Matthew Tkachuk tonight.
Very used to playing with him. Would be excited for the opportunity for him to come up if Dubes is out, and we haven't played at all with him this year yet, except for a couple shifts in that last game. But the way Lindy and I are playing right now, hopefully we can continue that with with Mans there, and I know how smart of a player he is, how offensively gifted he is, and how he's just hard on the puck. He's going to fit right in. And he's been playing up. Man has been playing awesome so far this year in the first 3 games. And
he's a guy that always shows up and always works hard, and he's real good in the forecheck. So I think me and Chuck has played with him for a few games last year, and it felt pretty good. So I think not much going to change. I think him and Dubé is playing pretty similar. No, he's definitely a good player to have and play with. So. Hopefully our chemistry from last year and so far in practice can be good tomorrow.
Time now for Need to Know as we get you set for this hockey game upcoming. And hard not to focus on the offensive attack for the Calgary Flames. First on Johnny and Monty, each player with 4 points to start the season in 3 games, a combined 8. But then how about the spread of the offense? 12 players with at least a point so far through the 3 games, 8 different goal scorers for the Calgary Flames, including all of your big guns, Lindholm, Monahan, Tkachuk, and Gaudreau. And then the power play continues to roll. 6 for 16 to start the season. Goals in each of their first 3 games on the man advantage. Had an opportunity to speak with Noah Hannafin prior to the game today. Well, Calgary Flames enjoying 5 days off in between games and now get set for another contest here at the Scotiabank Saddledome on Sunday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pleased to welcome in Noah Hannafin, 1 up, 1 down. And Noah, I guess first of all, maybe just a thought on the way that this schedule is unrolled. Obviously, you guys don't make it up, you play to it, but the fact that you've had some downtime here, I'd imagine the guys are itching to kind of get into a rhythm here as this season is in its early infancy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been it's a strange start for sure, especially when you're cramming so many games together just to have, as many days off as we had. But I think for us, it was just trying to take advantage of it, get some rest and work on things we need to work on. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of hockey coming up here against some really good hockey teams. So just I think we feel prepared, we feel well rested, and we're ready to start rolling tomorrow.
Yeah, that said, the thought on the practice to have 3 full days to kind of go through some things, what do you think was the most beneficial part in terms of the smaller details of the game?
Yeah, well, it was good. I think it was good to play 3 games, and we get to kind of review the things that we need to work on, and just the overall pace, the transition game, some D-zone stuff. It's just cleaning up everything, in all different areas of the game, working on special teams. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we feel prepared, and obviously it'll be tough. You know, we're playing so many games, you know, the rest of the season, such little time. It'll be probably hard to take advantage of practices like we have been. So I think we're in a good spot.
Well, quick turnaround for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So today they go with Jack Campbell in net. For his second start of the season, earned a win in his first one. As for the Calgary Flames, no surprise here. It'll be Jacob Markstrom making his fourth consecutive start to start the season. Markstrom sensational in the 2 wins over his former team, the Vancouver Canucks. That is a look at your starting goaltenders. Now let's talk about the 50-50 for this evening. And of course, it's for every home and away game this season. Calgary Flames Foundation Remax 50-50. Get your tickets until 10 p.m. tonight when we draw yet another winner, with all the benefits going to support local charities in Southern Alberta. That gets you set for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Calgary Flames, the first of 9 meetings this season. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Now we're ready to go. Now it's going to be right to the finish. There's going to be games basically every other night, and if you ask any player, we love that sort of thing. We love getting into that rhythm.
We're just concerned about ourselves, and you know, we're going to make sure that we try to get off to a good start, and we'll take it from there.
Backlund centers it. Gaudreau shoots and scores! Kachuk on Anderson. Scores! Passing. Great save by Riddick. Robbery on Kapanen.
At the end of the day, it's just you got to do whatever you can as an individual and as a team to make sure you're ready for these games. Guys are pretty dialed in right now, and to have this break, got to take advantage of it.